As a parent, this is a very difficult video to feel the need to make. It's in reference to the school shootings that have happened recently and how I feel like we could really start to fix it. And most of you won't be surprised to hear that it has absolutely zero to do with gun control. I think it's ineffective, and that's as much as I'm going to say on that matter. I think that the schools could start out by getting rid of the zero tolerance policy. We're teaching our kids that you're going to get into just as much trouble for defending yourself as you are for being a bully, as you are bringing a weapon to school, as you are doing a number of things, and that could be fixed by letting kids fight back, letting kids handle things whenever they're younger and learning their boundaries so that they don't let this festering anger build up inside of them. Most bullies stop whenever they meet any kind of resistance, and I feel like that is what we should let our kids do from a very young age. And so getting rid of the zero tolerance policy to where you're not punished for taking care of yourself and defending yourself is the first step. The second one is getting rid of participation trophies and teams that require every kid that tries out to be on the team. Our kids need to learn that they are not going to be successful at everything they do, and that failing happens. You get up, you move past it, and you find something else that you're good at. It also teaches them that if they're not included, that it's somebody else's fault. And anytime that you put your kid in a group with a bunch of other kids, like a lot of kids are mean, and they're not going to follow the same rules that the parents do by saying, oh, this kid has to play, this kid has to be included. They're going to be ostracized, and we need to teach our kids to deal with it and find other kids like them that are good at the same things, and that like make your kid try a bunch of different things when they're younger. Get good at something and just be successful at something that they're actually good at, not being handed a trophy for just showing up, because that's not good enough in the real world. The next thing is spending time with your kids. Spend time with them in the evenings and make them go outside. Turn off the fucking TV. Turn off the video games. I know that depression it's not always going to be cured by going outside and getting exercise and activity, but it can absolutely minimize the symptoms. And that all of these kids that are going in and shooting up our schools have some kind of mental disorder, and depression is a very common factor. If you minimize the symptoms, even if it just brings it down a few notches, that might be below the level of where they feel the need to go in and shoot up a school. Another thing that we need to do. You okay? Yeah. Another thing that we need to do is add PE and recess back into school. We are expecting these young kids to go and sit in a classroom for hours on end with no way to expend any of the excess energy that they have, because they're kids, and kids have a ton of energy. And it will get them off of more medication. I realize, like I said, with depression, there are some children who actually do need attention deficit disorder medications, and I'm not talking about those kids. Those kids will still need them, like if this isn't going to fix the ones who actually have the problem. But a lot of children are preemptively put on medications without trying other things first. And I feel like adding PE back into this is a way to fix that. Just because your kid can't sit still in class does not mean that they have ADD. Ask any parent of a child that actually has it. There are a ton more symptoms. So putting these kids on medications that are unnecessary is part of this problem. And those are super simple, minor things we can do to fix it and combat it. The last thing is teach your kids to be kind, and they look to you for that example. So if you're an asshole, you need to reevaluate your lifestyle. Your kids are looking up at you, and they need to see you treating people how you think that they should be treating people, and that is by being kind. I am not defending the shooters at all. It's a horrific thing that they did, but if one kid being kind to them, one kid giving them somebody to talk to, and just being nice to them could have stopped it, that's such a small thing. Like, it doesn't cost you anything, not time, not money, nothing to be kind. So why not? Just, why not?